Hello everyone, and welcome. So today's video is just an update, and I did promise you all that I would be letting you know about the updates happening to my channel. Now, without mucking around, I'm just going to get straight into it so that I'm not boring you guys half to death. Now, as you guys may or may not have noticed, that over the time, my channel has evolved slowly, bit by bit. Now, I'm going to show you guys what I mean in case you haven't noticed. But basically, what I've done is over the years, and yes, you can see me over here. I'm going to change that webcam. I don't know why that's wrong webcam. Change that one. That should be that one there. Thank you. I don't know why that did that, so apologies for that. Anyway, so without further mucking around, so see how before, say about this one here, which was Zelda Majora's Mask, all of my games had no thumbnails, none of them at all. So nothing above that section had any thumbnails. And then I slowly started creating, you know, very generic thumbnails, like really fragile exploding cars, and you know, with the text, and it looks like somebody just slapped something together in MS Paint. I mean, I was still learning how to create thumbnails, so you know, thank you guys for sticking with me about that. So as I got on, I had some help from a friend. He used to YouTube. He's still on the fence. He's actually at uni at the moment. You know who you are, bud. If you guys haven't checked him out, his name's Superboo. So his channel is still active. He hasn't removed it, but he's no longer uploading content at this stage because he wants to focus on university. Anyway, so fast forward a few more months, and around about here, I start adding text with PT2, which means like part 2. And the font text that I'm using is called Pixelari, and I quite like it, and I don't know why, but to me, this part 2 and the part 3 text kind of looks tacky. I mean, while I've got my mug here, you know, you can see it in the video itself. You know, you can see my handsome face in the thumbnail. It still doesn't suit casual couch gaming. So that's where at Luigi's Mansion right here, as you guys can see, I added the couch with a number on it, so to denote the episode number. So going forward, the couch is going to be a default. But this to me still doesn't really incorporate what I'm about, myself, my alias online, which is, you know, Magnus Tsunami. So here is a little bit of a teaser as to what the new thumbnails are going to look like. So, and this here is also, so this is a 2-in-1. I'm going to move my camera off in a moment because it's blocking the couch, or I can just shrink this a little or move it over. Actually, no, that works. So this is my new logo, which was custom designed for me by somebody from Fiverr. Yes, I know you guys voted on a logo, but I decided to have one made for me instead. And I quite like it because personally, the Nintendo GameCube was one of my most favorite consoles. So that's why I chose the GameCube controller. Plus, I don't know why, it's still living on, and people in, you know, with a Nintendo Switch are getting a converter to be able to play Super Smash Bros. With the GameCube controller. So it's really stood the test of time. Now, I know in my logo, my YouTube banner, my waves are in purple. But here, they're in like a bluey, aqua color, like an actual ocean. So it fits the Tsunami theme. So it still has the couch, it still has the water, it still has the tsunami or the wave. And this, going forward, is going to be my new thumbnail template. This is going to be my new YouTube logo going forward. So those are the changes that are happening for my channel. So you can also see here, that was the original thumbnail. So these are templates that I've created with GIMP for those who are familiar with it. This was the one that I had for Donkey Kong 64. So those two there are the old ones. and these two here are the new ones. So this is the one for Donkey Kong 64 going forward, and this is the one for my non-Donkey Kong 64 games going forward, and this will be happening for Season 4 and Episodes 10 of Donkey Kong 64 and onwards going forward. So you guys will notice that, and the image will just be slapped straight in there and shrunk or modified to suit, well, you know, obviously the game. So the logo will probably go over here, and that way you guys can see the game itself, or an interesting moment that I think is interesting from the game, but it still incorporates a level of something that I enjoy, which is my alias, Magnus Tsunami. I have an interest in tsunamis, and I've always loved, you know, the water. I love to go to the ocean. I love swimming. So that's a little bit about me, if you guys didn't know already. And there is still more. So wait, there's more. No, there was something that you guys haven't listened to. Maybe some of you have. Now, I don't normally share my desktop, so Casual Couch Gaming. So you guys can see that I've got a whole folder dedicated to this nonsense. No, it's not nonsense. I'm just joking. So this folder is called Playthrough Recording. So those who can actually read that. Now, see here how I've got a folder called Trial Intros. Now, I was having a mess around with what would sound nicer. So you guys have heard the same intro every day, day in, day out for the last 3 seasons since I started Casual Couch Gaming. It gets boring. It gets old. So I had a bit of a muck around, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this one. If not, I'll add it into the video, but...
Oh, hello there, and welcome to today's episode of Casual Couch Gaming with your host, Magnus Tsunami.
So if you missed that, I'm going to play it again.
Oh, hello there, and welcome to today's episode of Casual Couch Gaming with your host, Magnus Tsunami.
So that is going to replace what I had before, and because it sounds like a more of a vibrant and alive version of what I had before. Before it was just like, hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode. So I had no oomph, it had no feeling, it was just bland, boring. So here's the old intro. Ah, crap, it's in iTunes. Whoops.
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Casual Couch Gaming with your host, Magnus Tsunami.
So you notice that there's no emotion, there's no inflection in my voice, it's rather monotone and boring. So I wanted to brighten it up, you know, add some oomph to it, you know, add some emotion, show you guys what I'm truly about, what I'm passionate about. So add a little bit of passion, add a bit of flair to it, you know, make it exciting. So hopefully that will be the new voice recording going forward. And last but not least, the last edition. So every season I'm changing the background of the spinner. Every season I'm changing it to something new. My wife Sarah actually came up with this idea, so I'm not taking any props for this at all. I'm not taking any credit for this idea whatsoever. It's her idea, wholly and solely her idea. So that way she knows I'm giving her credit for her ideas. So yes, my spinner is located in my G drive, don't ask me why. And spinner. So this is the new spinner with nostalgia added in. For those who have played one of these or had the pleasure of owning one of these, who remembers the Nintendo Game & Watch? And we know that Mr. Game & Watch is the ultimate troll character in Super Smash Bros. Come on, let's admit it. He is the ultimate troll character. So the spinner remains. We just have a nice animated GIF for our background. How awesome is that? How freaking awesome is that? So these are the updates for Casual Couch Gaming. This is what will be happening. Shadow the Hedgehog doesn't count for this episode. But if you guys want me to play that, or you want to watch me play that, leave a comment below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, as always, Magnus out.